When you think about growing a business, what usually pops into your head? I mean, we often picture these huge budgets, right?
Uh,
Heavy investments, maybe some aggressive marketing.
Yeah, big campaigns, lots of spent. It feels like that's the standard playbook.
Exactly. It's almost baked into our thinking that scaling means spending big bucks.
Uh,
But here's the question we want to tackle. Is it really possible to grow your venture without, you know, breaking the bank? Or maybe even without spending a single dime?
oh, absolutely. It really is. In today's world, this digital first world we're in, the whole paradigm has kind of shifted,
Mhm.
especially if you're, say, a solo entrepreneur or a content creator, maybe running a side hustle or even a small business owner. It's completely possible, I'd even say probable, to scale organically,
Yeah.
sustainably, smartly.
Okay.
The landscape's just different now. It really empowers these leaner operations.
That's exactly why we're doing this deep dive. We're going to unpack the key insights from this great article called Scaling Up Without Spending: Smart Strategies for Sustainable Growth on a Budget.
Sounds good.
Our mission here is to pull out those practical, actionable nuggets of knowledge that you, listening right now, can actually apply to grow your business without needing that significant financial outlay.
Yeah, get those strategies you can use tomorrow.
Think of this as your shortcut to understanding how to build big, even if you're starting small.
Okay, let's get into it then.
The first really powerful strategy the source highlights, it's all about content.
Right.
It really hammers home this idea that content isn't just like a nice to have. It's your best friend when you can't afford ads.
That's a great way to put it. And what's often missed about truly valuable evergreen content, the stuff that stays relevant, like a how-to guide or a core explainer.
Yeah, evergreen.
Right. It's not just that it attracts people, it kind of pre-qualifies them. By solving very specific problems in your niche, you're not just throwing out a wide net.
Mhm.
You're actually drawing in listeners, readers, viewers who are already interested, already invested in your topic. That means much higher engagement, better conversion rates, and crucially, zero ad spend.
And it builds that authority, that trust.
Organically, exactly.
And the amazing thing is you can do so much of this stuff for free. Like you could start a blog, right? Use free platforms like Medium
Yeah.
or WordPress.com.
Totally accessible.
Then you take that core content and you repurpose it. Spread it across YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, maybe Pinterest, tweaking it for each platform.
Smart. Don't just copy paste. Adapt it.
Right. And to make sure people actually find it, you use free SEO tools, things like Ubersuggest or even just Google Trends to see what your ideal audience is actively searching for.
So you're meeting them where they are.
Yeah, it creates this sort of powerful free content engine that's working for you around the clock. So, okay, we've talked content. That's your magnet pulling people in. But what happens next once you've got their attention?
Good question.
Well, our source material pivots really nicely here. It talks about building a loyal community, calling it one of the most powerful and, again, importantly, free growth engines you can have.
And what's so fascinating here, I think, is that core principle. People trust people. Simple, but profound.
It really is.
It makes word of mouth the ultimate budget-friendly marketing. But it's actually deeper than just recommendations.
How so?
Well, a community that's genuinely nurtured, where people feel connected. They don't just become followers. They become advocates, brand advocates who refer others because they feel part of something.
That shared purpose idea.
Exactly. It's not just a transaction anymore. It becomes part of their identity.
That makes total sense.
Hmm.
But, for someone starting out, building that trust, getting people to actually join a group, it can feel daunting, like pulling teeth sometimes.
Yeah, it takes effort.
Well, what specific advice does the article give on like initiating and keeping that connection real beyond just, the obvious go live weekly?
Well, the emphasis is definitely on consistency and providing real value. The article suggests creating dedicated spaces, maybe a WhatsApp group or Telegram, a Facebook group focused specifically on your topic.
A dedicated space.
But the magic, as it were, isn't just having the group. It's the consistent, valuable engagement. Yes, maybe going live weekly to answer specific user questions, or even just regularly sharing little insights, sparking discussions.
Being present.
Being present and providing ongoing free value that makes them want to stick around, makes them feel like they're truly part of something special.
Okay, so you've got this community. It's buzzing. Maybe people are even starting to refer others.
Yeah.
Fantastic. But how do you then extend your reach beyond that immediate circle, for still without blowing a budget on ads?
Right. How do you amplify it?
That's where the insights point towards collaboration. the power of partnerships, emphasizing that these strategic alliances can unlock exposure, credibility, new customers, all without direct cost.
Yeah, and connecting this to the bigger picture, these aren't just like casual shout-outs we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's about really identifying and then actively pursuing these win-win collaborations, situations where both parties, both collaborators, gain significant visibility and real value.
Finding those complementary fits.
Exactly. Complementary audiences, maybe complementary businesses. Then you create some shared value together that actually multiplies your reach. It's like finding a force multiplier for your marketing, but, free.
Right. So
Right.
give examples. You might co-host a webinar, right? Or do an Instagram Live together, or a joint YouTube video with another creator in a related niche. You pool your audiences.
Smart move. Cross-pollination.
Or you could write guest posts for relevant blogs or newsletters in your space. Get your ideas in front of a whole new set of eyes.
Build authority in new places.
Definitely. Or even just actively join relevant online communities.
Yeah.
Offer free value, answer questions, get noticed that way. Build relationships before you ever ask for anything.
It's all about finding those synergistic connections, those overlaps where value can be exchanged.
Now, this next part really tackles a common assumption. Anyone who thinks running a, professional-looking operation absolutely demands expensive software.
Yes. The tools myth.
Exactly. Our source material offers a really compelling counterargument here. It suggests you can actually achieve a remarkable amount completely for free.
And the core benefit is just so simple. Time saved, money saved. That's the bottom line.
Could be clear.
The article really pushes for starting simple, optimizing your workflow with free tools first. It's about leveraging things that let you operate efficiently, look professional, but without that financial overhead.
Like building a lean digital backbone from day one?
Precisely, without the financial burden slowing you down.
And the list of free tools that let you do this, it's pretty impressive when you lay it out. Think about Canva, the free tier.
Oh yeah, Canva's huge.
It lets you create professional-looking marketing graphics without needing pricey software or, frankly, a design degree. It's like having a free designer on staff.
Totally democratizes design.
Or Buffer, their free plan lets you schedule social media posts across different platforms. That saves so much time, maybe replaces the need for someone spending hours doing it manually.
Streamlines your social presence.
Then you've got email marketing MailerLite or Beehive. They're free for smaller lists to get you started.
Crucial for list building.
For just organizing everything. Your workflow. Notion, Trello, even Google Sheets can do wonders.
Keep track of it all.
And get this, for automating those repetitive little tasks. Zapier has a pretty generous free plan. Or there's Make.com too.
Connecting your tools together. Magic.
It's just clear there's probably a free solution, or at least a freemium one, for almost every basic business need, if you just look around a bit.
Okay.
Shifting gears slightly, the article then gets into some really innovative ways to turn your existing audience, your fans, into basically a distributed marketing team.
Leveraging your community again, but in a different way.
Exactly. All without upfront costs. It's about motivating them to eagerly spread the word for you.
Yeah, and this raises that important question. How do you genuinely motivate your audience to share your message? It's not always easy. Well, the source suggests that fundamentally people love being part of something bigger. A community, a movement, maybe a shared vision or goal.
That feeling of belonging.
Right. When your audience feels that deep connection to your purpose, to what you're doing, they become your most authentic, your most powerful advocates, not just because you offered them something, but because they genuinely want you to succeed. They want to share something they find valuable.
That makes sense. It's intrinsic motivation.
It is.
So, okay, how do you tap into that? Well, you could offer affiliate commissions, right? Using free platforms like Gumroad or Ko-Fi. Turn your audience into actual sales partners.
Performance-based, low risk.
You actively encourage testimonials, reviews, any kind of user-generated content, because that stuff is gold for building social proof and trust with potential new customers.
Let your happy customers do the selling.
And you could even implement something like a share and earn model.
Yeah.
Give them a direct, tangible benefit for helping you grow organically.
Incentivizing the action.
It's kind of like building your own little army of micro-influencers who genuinely love what you do. Now, one of the sections that really stood out for me, quite transformative actually, was the discussion around AI, artificial intelligence, and also no-code platforms.
Oh yeah, game changers for sure.
These tools, for anyone unfamiliar, basically let you build apps or automate processes visually. Often just drag and drop. You don't need to write code.
Makes tech accessible.
Exactly. They genuinely enable pretty much anyone to build, automate, and scale their operations without needing deep tech skills or, again, significant investment.
And that's the real strategic advantage, isn't it? You're letting the tech do the heavy lifting, which frees you up, your energy, your attention. It can all go towards the core growth strategy, the creativity, the human
So
connection.
you're not stuck in the weeds of coding or complex setups.
Exactly. You get to focus on innovation, engaging your audience more deeply.
And just think about the possibilities. You could build chatbots, right? Using tools like Flowise or TDO, ChatFuel maybe, to handle customer questions 24/7.
Instant support scales easily.
You could create those faceless YouTube videos using tools like Pictory or Hagen. That dramatically cuts production time and cost. Opens up whole new content avenues maybe you couldn't explore before.
Content creation on steroids.
And of course, leveraging AI models like ChatGPT. I mean, you can generate so much diverse content. Emails, landing page copy, brainstorm new product ideas, all incredibly fast.
The potential there is just massive, truly transformative, like you said.
Okay, finally, the article wraps up by talking about optimizing for virality.
Ah, the holy grail.
Right. It's often seen that way because if you can achieve real virality, it can just completely negate the need for paid ads. It can transform your reach, your recognition, almost overnight sometimes.
Though it's often not overnight, is it? There's a process.
True. And the source actually clarifies that secret sauce for virality pretty well. It boils it down to quantity plus consistency plus authenticity, virality over time.
I like that formula. It's not just luck.
No, it implies it's not just a one-off fluke. It's a strategic, sustained effort. And the psychology behind why things go viral.
Yeah.
Well, people share stuff that resonates emotionally, right?
Definitely. Or something that provides real value.
Or even something that helps them express their own identity or beliefs to their network.
Yeah, signals something about them.
And so to boost that shareability, the article suggests really focusing on emotional storytelling, relatable topics.
Yeah.
That's what connects with people on a deeper level.
Makes them feel something.
And strategically ending your content, maybe videos especially, with strong calls to action, like tag a friend who needs this.
That explicitly prompts the sharing behavior.
Little nudges work.
And of course, effectively using trending hashtags, jumping on current events where appropriate, writing those waves of attention to put your content where the conversations are already happening.
Getting seen in the flow.
So, wrapping this all up, what does this mean for you, listening in? Our deep dive into this idea of scaling up without spending. Well, it makes it abundantly clear, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Scaling without a massive budget.
Yeah.
It isn't just possible. It's actually smart business, especially now in this digital landscape.
It really is. And this whole approach, it forces you to be creative, doesn't it?
It does.
It encourages genuine engagement with your audience because you need them. And ultimately, it helps you build a lean, resilient operation, something that's really built to last.
Built on a solid foundation.
It just underscores that lasting success often isn't about having the biggest marketing budget. It's more about cultivating the right mindset, leveraging the right tools, often free ones, and just demonstrating consistent, intelligent effort over time.
Powerful stuff indeed. So, as you finish listening today, here's a final thought, a challenge maybe. What's one small free action you could take this week? Just one thing to begin implementing one of these powerful strategies for your own business growth.
Just start somewhere.
Exactly. Think about it. Pick one and let the deep dive truly begin for you.